All right, let's talk about the Sennheiser HDB 630, the best wireless headphones of 2025. Not the hype, not the frequency response graphs, not the glowing early impressions, the battery. Because the HDB 630 represents something really interesting in the wireless headphone space. It's positioned as a premium, great-sounding, closed-back, active noise-canceling headphone. Reviews are calling it refined, detailed, mature. Some people are even describing it as one of the best-sounding wireless headphones in its class. That's a big statement. Designing a closed-back wireless headphone that sounds excellent is already difficult. Add ANC, that's active noise canceling, layer in proprietary DSP, digital signal processing, and now you're managing acoustics and electronics simultaneously. That's complex engineering. So when the HDB 630 reportedly nails sound quality while maintaining strong noise canceling, that deserves attention. But here's the issue. The battery is officially non-replaceable, and that single design decision changes the entire ownership story. Let's step back for a second. Sennheiser has a long legacy of producing headphones that last decades. Passive wired models like the HD600, the HD650, the HD800 series. These are products people keep for 10, 15, even 20 years. You replace pads, maybe swap a cable, but the core hardware keeps going. That tradition built trust. Now, the HDB 630 is different. It's wireless. It relies on internal amplification, internal DSP correction, Bluetooth circuitry, charging components, and of course, a lithium-ion battery. And lithium-ion batteries have a finite lifespan. That's not speculation, that's chemistry. Every charge cycle slightly reduces capacity. Over time, runtime decreases. Eventually, the headphone no longer delivers usable battery life. In many wireless products, that's the point where replacement becomes necessary. So the question becomes simple. When the battery in the HDB 630 eventually degrades, what happens? According to official statements, it cannot be replaced. No official battery sale, no supported replacement program, no user service pathway. Permanent. Now, some might argue that battery longevity will likely be sufficient for many years, and that may be true. Modern battery management systems are better than they used to be. Smart charging logic can slow degradation, but degradation is inevitable. And here's where it gets more concerning. The HDB 630 does not offer a true passive mode. It requires power to function. That means if the battery dies completely, the headphone does not simply revert to wired operation. It becomes inoperable. No battery, no sound. That is fundamentally different from older wireless models that could still function passively via a 3.3mm cable. This design ties the entire product lifecycle directly to the health of the battery. Once the battery fails, the product effectively reaches end of life, and that raises a critical question about longevity. The HDB 630 is marketed as a premium product, premium sound, premium build, premium pricing. Premium products traditionally imply durability, but a non-replaceable battery introduces a countdown. Now, to be fair, the HDB 630 is acoustically ambitious. Closed-back design combined with ANC is extremely difficult to execute at a high level. When you seal a headphone, you create internal reflections. Sound waves bounce inside the cup. Designers must manage pressure, damping, and resonance. Then you add DSP correction, which means the headphone's sound signature is tuned digitally. The drivers are calibrated assuming active processing. It's possible that passive mode would compromise the intended sound profile. That could explain the absence of passive mode. But even if passive mode is not feasible, that does not automatically justify a non-replaceable battery. The battery could still be modular. It could be secured with screws instead of adhesive, connected via plug connectors instead of soldered permanently, supported by an official replacement program. Those choices are independent of acoustic tuning. Now, consider Sennheiser's historical reputation. For decades, their wired headphones have been serviceable. Parts are available. Pads, headbands, cables, even drivers in some cases. That repair culture built a loyal customer base. The HDB 630 represents the modern wireless chapter of that legacy, and the battery policy feels inconsistent with that heritage. This is especially notable in today's environment, where right-to-repair conversations are increasingly mainstream. Consumers are more aware of planned obsolescence, more aware of electronic waste, more conscious of product life cycles. When a company launches a premium wireless headphone and explicitly states that the battery cannot be replaced, it sends a signal. It suggests that the product is designed with a finite lifespan in mind. Now, it's possible that internal design constraints influenced this decision. The HDB 630 may use a tightly integrated battery pack optimized for space efficiency. The internal layout may prioritize acoustic chamber volume. Adhesives may reduce vibration or rattle. Compactness and acoustic stability can conflict with modularity. But again, these are engineering trade-offs, and when a trade-off impacts long-term ownership, it deserves scrutiny. Let's talk about sustainability. The HDB 630 contains rare earth magnets, copper voice coils, precision drivers, Bluetooth modules, circuit boards, aluminum components, plastics. If the battery fails and the product becomes unusable, all of that hardware becomes waste. Replacing a single battery cell could extend the product's life by years. That's not a small difference. It's the difference between a 5-year device and a 10-year device. Now, consider the competitive landscape. There are wireless headphones on the market that prioritize modularity. Some allow battery replacement by the user. Others provide official service programs. Those models may not always lead in sound performance. They may not have the most refined DSP. They may be slightly bulkier, but they acknowledge battery mortality. The HDB 630, by contrast, prioritizes integrated performance, and that creates tension. Performance versus repairability. It's worth acknowledging that not all consumers prioritize repairability. Many buyers upgrade every few years. They chase new features, improved ANC, better codecs, more efficient Bluetooth standards. For those consumers, battery replacement may not be a deciding factor, but premium positioning implies something different. When a product carries a premium price tag and a heritage brand name, it carries expectations. Longevity is one of them. The HDB 630 is being praised for delivering a sound signature reminiscent of classic Sennheiser tuning, but in a modern wireless format. That's impressive, but longevity should match that acoustic ambition. Now, let's address another angle. Corporate restructuring has changed how certain product lines are managed. Manufacturing responsibilities have shifted. Consumer divisions operate under different ownership structures than professional divisions. That can complicate service logistics. Scaling battery replacement programs requires infrastructure, authorized repair centers, spare part distribution, warranty coordination. It's possible that the absence of an official battery replacement pathway reflects logistical constraints rather than purely design philosophy. But from a consumer standpoint, the reason is secondary. The outcome is what matters. If the battery cannot be replaced, the lifespan is capped. And the HDB 630 does not offer a passive fallback. That's a crucial distinction. Older wireless headphones with passive mode provide a safety net. If ANC circuitry fails or battery life degrades, you still have a headphone. The HDB 630 does not provide that redundancy. Its architecture assumes continuous powered operation. That makes battery health central to product viability. Let's consider the long view. 5 years from now, early adopters of the HDB 630 may experience reduced runtime. Perhaps instead of 20 hours, they get 10, then 6, then 2. At what point does it become impractical? Without replacement options, the headphone transitions from premium audio device to recycling candidate. And that's difficult to reconcile with Sennheiser's legacy of long-lasting products. None of this negates the HDB 630's strengths. By most accounts, it delivers refined mid-range clarity, controlled bass, balanced treble, effective ANC, strong build quality. It may genuinely be one of the best-sounding wireless headphones available, but product excellence should include life cycle planning. Engineering brilliance is not just about first impressions, it's about durability. The HDB 630 could set a benchmark in wireless sound quality, but it also sets a precedent regarding repairability. Consumers now face a decision. Do they prioritize immediate performance or long-term serviceability? Should those even be mutually exclusive at this price level? That's the larger conversation. Wireless audio has matured. The next stage of maturity should involve sustainability. Replaceable batteries are not an exotic feature. They are an acknowledgement of physics. Lithium-ion chemistry degrades. Designing around that reality demonstrates foresight. Ignoring it places the burden on the customer. The HDB 630 stands at the intersection of tradition and modernity. It carries the acoustic legacy of a historic brand into the wireless era, but it also embodies the challenges of that transition. As consumers evaluate the HDB 630, they should consider more than sound quality. They should consider lifespan. They should ask whether a premium wireless headphone should have a defined expiration point, and they should decide whether that trade-off aligns with their expectations. The HDB 630 may be sonically excellent, but its battery policy defines its long-term story. In the end, the question is not whether the HDB 630 sounds good. It likely does. The question is whether premium wireless headphones should be engineered with the assumption that one aging component will eventually determine their fate. That's the conversation worth having, and it extends far beyond a single model. It's about the future of wireless audio and whether longevity remains part of the equation. Share this video to someone who wants to get a pair of Sennheiser headphones and subscribe to Headphones Pro Review for more audio content.
Thank you.